Nashville leaders have spent decades brainstorming ways to take advantage of the Cumberland River that cuts through the heart of the city. Until recently, private investors have been reluctant to develop on the industrial riverfront. Now the largest economic boom across Middle Tennessee is underway, led by Nashville's growing popularity. The river's downtown bend is on the cusp of billions in private and public developments. The work will transform Nashville's downtown riverfront with new residential and office towers, shopping centers, and entertainment destinations. Here's what those changes will look like. Developers Edward and Tony Ewing are investing $2.5 billion into a 65-acre stretch of land they purchased on the north bend of the Cumberland River. Their vision, called Riverside, includes community gardens, restaurants, offices, and shopping centers connected by 3 parks. Drafting the designs is global architecture firm SOM, which led the Chicago River's redevelopment. Edward Ewing said his dream is to help the city become the most architectural and beautiful river city in the world.
We will likely close out the year north of 34,000 new job commitments and close to $13 billion of private capital investment. One of the real exciting announcements was the Oracle project. So of the 34,000 jobs, Oracle has announced 8,500 of those jobs, and they're going to commit about $1.4 billion.
Located near Topgolf along the Cumberland's east bank, the River North project broke ground this past October. But the vision began more than 2 decades ago, when Monroe Investment Partners bought 120 acres of East Nashville riverfront. Surrounded by public parks, Oracle's glassy offices are now the centerpiece of the project. The 65-acre campus will be flanked by a new complex of office and apartment towers, circled by shops, walking trails, and other public services, transforming the East Bank from this to this. The 13-acre, $260 million Landings at River North is now under construction between Topgolf and a section of industrial warehouses and vacant lots that'll be transformed by Oracle. High-rise apartments called Oxbow and the Wayward are now being built and will open with the rest of the project in late 2023. MRP Realty and Creek Lane Capital are developing the site, which will be surrounded by other mixed-use complexes, greenery, and river access points. Tennessee Titans leadership and Metro officials are working together on a major renovation of 22-year-old Nissan Stadium. The price tag will be at least $400 million. They're also planning to build a new neighborhood modeled on Chicago's Wrigleyville around the stadium. The new construction will replace more than 100 acres of surface parking lots. Details of the ambitious plans are expected to be announced in early 2022. Mayor John Cooper said the bulk of the costs will be funded by new tax revenue from the private investment. Metro leaders are working with developers to install new streets and other infrastructure that's needed for rapid urbanization. Workforce and affordable housing options, along with public access and increased services, are being discussed. Investor demand in the area is so intense that at least one major project is already moving forward at an old truck service center near the stadium. Massachusetts-based RMR Group is developing 16 acres with tall office and residential towers and shops at North First Street. Last year's Christmas morning bombing on downtown's historic 2nd Avenue damaged 65 buildings. While only one structure on 2nd Avenue will be fully demolished, several others nearby are undergoing major reconstruction. The Strip is downtown Nashville's original Market Street, built in the late 1800s. Broom manufacturing, brewing, pharmaceutical sales, and other business was facilitated by shipments arriving on the river. Metro officials have released early designs for a newly activated river-facing 1st Avenue, using the gap from the demolished building to create a pedestrian walkway that connects the 2 streets. New rooftop lounges and other attractions are in the plans, which call for redevelopment of the historic facades.